Hi guys, this is Ashwin Verma and this is video number 3 from my office, and today I might name this video as Power of Why Part 2. Okay, so recently I made a video which talks about the power of why, that why students needs to ask the question why, and how, wherever they visit, even they visit to me. And I'm very much glad that students are following this approach, but it's not being spread to all over the world, and some confuse it, like they don't get it. So now in this video I will elaborate a little further, focusing on some of the core steps and giving out some suggestions to you guys how you should choose a proper, a useful academy, and how to differentiate between a pseudo academy and a genuine academy kind of thing. So guys, as I told you, like in the hometown that I live in, as in Mukerian, there are hell lot of IELTS institute, and the number is increasing steadily, not dramatically but steadily. It is increasing, and everyone is considering it as a business. And again, when everyone, like most of the people, and I'm sad to convey this, and this argument came from one of the teacher. He's like a retired school professor, and it was quite hurtful to listen to this kind of statement from him, when he also considered that IELTS is a business, or education is a business. He's quite senior, and I just want to like deliver a message to anybody. It's not mean that I'm being disrespectful to someone, but one need to consider that this is not a business. Again, as I'm focusing upon, this is not a fucking business place. This is the education place where you get education. It's a service station where you get services, you get skills, and you're enhanced. But anyway, anywho, let's not get off the track and talk about how you can choose whether an academy is genuine or pseudo. So again, the very first question that you need to follow up when you visit any kind of academy, you need to ask them why. Why should I pay you, and why me visiting to you is worth enough? And the second question I would like to add on with this one is ask how your course or how your structure is going to benefit me, right? So these are the two questions that you need to take as your swords and armor and go into the battle out there. You need to understand the differences between. And another thing, like now what happens is I'm very much new into the teaching. But it doesn't mean that I don't know how to teach or I don't have the skill. But what is the main reason is, like, there are a lot of IELTS institute that has been now 5 to 7 year olds, and they have made it their a brand value kind of thing. And there are much other institute that are much even older, and they have even bigger brand value. For instance, say Grey Matters or even Touchstone. These are the two biggies in Punjab basically. So what happens is, with their brand value set up, it's I would say it's hard to understand the people or to show the students the reality about anything, and it's hurtful. But ones need to consider that. What you need to consider is the pattern that they follow. One of the student who recently took coaching at Grey Matters, he took coaching at Touchstone. So he was sharing his experience with me that they only teach practice paper. They only teach practice paper over there. So he was sharing with me the experience of his at the Touchstone, and he was sharing that it was a big class from 9 to 6, and with the only availability of a practice test. So they were doing 2 to 3 listenings, 2 to 3 reading tests of IELTS, and on a daily basis, but it's disgusting, and why I say that, for you to understand this one, you need to consider the analogy of you learning a boxing match. If you want to learn boxing, so if you want to learn boxing, what is the appropriate way? That you join a gym, right, first of all. And how to identify that whether that gym is capable of teaching you boxing or not is the only way to test. Like, either they will like throw you into the fights each and every single day with new people, new persons or professionals out there who will knock you out in 10 seconds and you won't learn anything. And another way is that they will slowly start working upon the skills, like working on particular kind of punch, working on the jab today, working on the hook today, and then practicing that punch on a specific person, kind of thing. And then after all like the training of 2 months, when you are a little bit capable of, when you know the skills, when you know the boxing, the rules, the skills out of there, now you are thrown in a match with one to check it how much you have improved. Now you implement it. So this is the same with IELTS. Firstly, you need to work upon your individual skills, guys. It's not just that easy that you are simply thrown with the practice test. If you just come to my academy and if I just introduce you to the practice test, of course you're going to fail. Of course you're going to score low, and that will just demotivate you, nothing else, and it will do more harm than any good. And this is what I want to convey. Like, most of the academies indulge you with these kind of activities. The more practice you do, the more good you're going to score, and the more fastly you're going to score. This is not the truth, guys. You need to consider IELTS is it's an acronym. The full form is International English Language Testing System. So guys, again, English language testing system. So you need to work upon your skill, on your language, and the IELTS will automatically be cracked. And this is what I want to make you guys aware about through this video to all the students out there. And don't just get into the influence of any kind of brand images. People might come, there might be an institute that will say that we are from like 20 years in this business and we have this kind of scores. Of course they did, but it's, again, you need to consider what pattern do they follow, what structure do they follow. It's just like, of course, if I have 200 students coming in, the hundreds might be good, right? And the 50 out of there would be excellent kind of students that would not need any kind of work, and they take credit of those students. So they will highlight the pictures of their top graded students who are scoring 9 out of listening or maybe 8 out of listening, but in the reality, if you check their writing, they hardly score 6. It's so difficult for them to score even 6, and it would be even heartbreaking if you ask them any kind of grammatical rule, and it's one for you to like, quite heartbreaking. And it's a sad analogy to consider that the people who are scoring 9 in listening are just scoring 5.5 in writing, and in speaking they might even do closer to that or even worse. So like, you need to understand the skills behind that. Learn, thrive for skills, not just thrive for scores, thrive for skills. And this is going to help you in your longer and the later life. And this is the message from today's video. And this is a video I have specially recorded for the students as a present from my side on the Teachers' Day. This is all I want to say. Thank you very much, guys, for listening me. And if you like this video, and if you think that this video can be proved beneficial for anybody, do share it. I will appreciate your support. Anyway else, if anybody likes to have some kind of personal advice or want to talk to me personally, he or she can visit my academy for further information. Thank you guys for listening. I bestow myself the God sitting and listening to you, listening to me who's sitting in you. And this is all. Thanks. Peace out.